Pretoria is battling to keep the lights on as it struggles with cable theft. It believes this is all part of a destabilising campaign. The city is reeling from back-to-back power outages that have cost well over 50 million rand. With her eye on that story in Pretoria, eNCA's Lirandzu Themba, good afternoon to you and welcome. So just how big are these power cuts and who's affected the most?
Well, what the officials are describing the situation as is a nightmare, Jeremy. We are talking about people in townships, people in suburbs, businesses across the capital that have been affected by these rolling outages that have been really giving officials here a headache. I mean, the mayor of the city even talking about the cable theft in his State of the Province address, saying that they are really reeling from this cable theft. They are struggling to keep a lid on it as well, saying that 30% of the outages are directly as a result of cable theft.
What does he mean, or what does the city mean when they say it's all part of a destabilising campaign? Who would be responsible for that?
Well, they're convinced that this is not just incidences that are isolated, rather that it is an effort by a certain group of people that want to cast a dark cloud over this current administration. But just to look at the history of the politics here in Pretoria, Jeremy, we know that the DA has obviously taken over from the ANC, and now the ANC is sitting on the opposition benches. And it is one of the reasons why officials are convinced that there seems to be a campaign to destabilize the city. And of course, we know that the elections are just around the corner. Speaking to the MMC for Utility Services, Mr. Daryl Ross, who even today with my meeting with him mentioned that they are 100% sure that there is a campaign to destabilize the administration, and they believe that it is such things like cable theft and vandalism are what is really pointing towards that sort of thinking. I mean, one of the mentions that he gave me today was the fact that they would find concrete slabs inside drains, and how they are not even stealing the cables but actually taking a hammer and knocking the cables just to break them. So they're convinced that it is not just the work of thieves, but it is the work of an orchestrated gang that wants to bring, as I said, a dark shadow over the current administration.
Is the city Lirandzu powerless to act, or do they have a plan?
Well, they have a couple of plans that they say they are putting in place. First of all, they are going to need about 2.5 billion rand over the next 3 years to bring some stability to the city's power supply. But also, over and above that, they are embarking on an effort to declare copper as a precious metal, which would mean that anyone who's found in possession or who's found to be stealing this precious metal will have a heavy punishment or a heavy fine. But also, they are also going to be hiring a good 4,000 people. So basically manning all the places where they've been hit hard the most. So they're going to be spending some time recruiting those personnels, where they're going to be, keeping the eye on the infrastructure that is being targeted and that is being vandalized, as according to officials, but also investing in high technology. But what's quite important, what's coming out now, Jeremy, is the fact that the city is embarking on a compensation campaign. Basically, what they're doing is they are asking residents to present their slips if they've bought items that have been spoiled because of the non-electricity. So if you have bought meat for 100 rand and it has been spoiled, because we know that some areas have been without electricity for over 4 days, you can actually apply, take a form online and apply, and also attach your receipt, and the city will be able to give you back the money that you've lost.
All right, Lirandzu Themba in Pretoria, thank you.